Hey there, welcome to my first ever monthly favorites video. My name is Seth Burrows and I'm a Berklee grad, guitar teacher, guitar player, musician in Bend, Oregon. And here's what we have in store this month. 2 books, a music book and a productivity book, an app, and a YouTube channel. Let's get started. First, the music book, The Practice of Practice by John Harnum. Now, I may be biased because I work with John, but this book is super cool because it has given me some insight about times to practice, how long to practice for, maybe ways to break up practice so it's not so monotonous sometimes, the importance of sleep in building long-term memory, interviews with lots of people about their practice routines. Just really cool, like app suggestions, pretty great. I can't recommend it enough. Practice of Practice, it's great. All right. Second is a productivity book, and I don't have a physical copy because I read it on my Kindle. But this is Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the War of Art and the concept of resistance, those things that get in our way or get in the way of us doing what we need to be doing, that we know we need to be doing, right? So it could be just kind of laziness or just time filling with Instagram or whatever. But this book sort of picks up where that book left off. And the theme of this book is about addiction, or like addiction to things that steer us away from what we need to be doing. It's really anything that makes you focus on the short term rather than the long term, and sort of shifts your focus from what you're doing to what you need to be doing. My favorite concept in the book has to do with the comfort of money and not taking risks and stability, and how that can be a double-edged sword. While you have stability and you have relative comfort, sometimes that can lead to whole shadow careers, he calls them, where you're doing this thing that you never intended to do, and you're not doing the thing that you need to do, that you know you need to do. It spoke to me in several ways. I also like the format of the book. It's easily digestible, and the chapters are short enough that you could make each of them kind of like a daily meditation prompt or daily journal prompt. It's definitely recommended, and it's definitely a good companion to the War of Art. All right, thirdly, the app. The app is Functional Ear Trainer. Now, I always give my students this app to start working through because ear training is one of those things that I think is always just below the surface of what people should be doing on the instrument. I mean, there's a lot of people who would just practice technique and practice crazy speed techniques or something, but if you don't have an ear, then I think your taste is lacking. So Functional Ear Trainer is a way to get started on this infinite journey of ear training. It's free. The app is free. The way it's laid out is it plays a 1-4-5 progression in C major. So it starts out in C major. Plays a 1-4-5 progression, and it plays one of the first 4 notes of the C major scale. And then you're asked to identify it. As you achieve mastery, or over 80% or over 90%, I don't remember which it is. But once you achieve mastery, then it unlocks the next level. The next level is the last 4 notes in the C major scale. Once you achieve mastery in that, it does the whole C major scale. Once you achieve mastery in that, it does the whole C major scale in many octaves. After you achieve mastery in the C major scale in many octaves, then it goes to random major scale. After that, it goes to random major scale in many octaves. So when you first download this app, it's set to note names rather than the function of the notes in the key. So I think note names are okay, but I don't think they actually are of much use. of more use is the number of the note, how it sounds in this key. I always switch the setting so that it's numbers rather than note names. And lastly, the YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel is Tom Bukovac, who is an amazing Nashville session guitar player, and he speaks about music and musical responsibility. Your responsibility as a session player or as a musician at all to be confident and know what you're doing and accept that responsibility. It's a lot of real good life lessons weaved into this sort of, I'm going to play Genesis for a while YouTube channel, but it's inspiring and daunting and really good. So there you have it. 2 books, Practice of Practice, Turning Pro, the app Functional Ear Trainer. Download it, get your ears working. Go check out Tommy B on his YouTube channel. He is amazing. I hope these things helped you, and I'll see you in the next video.